Are you doing all that you can do with what you have? All of us would love to have more resources, more time, more support, more money. Like, we all have these things that we want more of, but winners, they win with what they have. They maximize the time that they have. They maximize the resources that they have. And so before you start to get frustrated with your situation, before you start to get frustrated about your results, I want to know if you have given your all. Yeah, I want to know if you've been really showing up. I want to know if you've been really working on yourself. I want to know if you have been disciplined even when you felt like you didn't want to be disciplined. Like, I want to know if you showed up and you did the work when you didn't want to do the work. Because this is the thing, your success is not contingent upon how you feel. Like, you got to get to a place where you have a system of showing up no matter how you feel in that moment. And listen, now I'm not talking about your grieving. No, I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about when you're frustrated. I'm talking about when you're a little tired. I'm talking about when you experience the disappointment or rejection and you're in your feelings. I'm talking about when somebody ticked you off and you're in a mood and you're like, I'm not doing nothing today. Like, oh, they just ruined my day. Well, how dare you? How dare you allow an outsider to ruin your day? How dare you allow someone or something outside of you to determine your level of productivity, to determine your level of performance? You've got to get to a place where you're able to force yourself. Yes, I said force yourself to show up. You've got commitments that you've made to other people and you kept them when you really didn't want to keep them. And my question for you today is, what commitments have you made to yourself that you've defaulted on? It's time for you to show up for real. It's time for you to fully step into your confident self. It's time for you to fully step into the person that you were created to be. It's time for you to fully own your brilliance, your skill set. It's time for you to fully own the fact that you don't have to stay where you are. Oh my goodness, I got to say that again. You don't have to stay where you are. With everything you are up against, with the stressors that you have, with the challenges that you have, with the fact that you've endured or encountered some unfair situations, that still does not mean that you have to stay where you are. Because there are some shifts, there are some adjustments that you can make to your mindset that will allow you to change your entire situation around. There are some shifts, there are some adjustments that you can make to your habits, to your behaviors, right? You can't be hitting snooze on the alarm. Like, you got to get up. You got to get up early and go to work. Go to work before you go to work. If you have a job and you're not trying to figure out how you can create a lifestyle, a better lifestyle for you and your family. If you're not trying to figure out how you can create wealth, how you can, and listen, it's not all about money. I'm not saying that. But we're in a place now where things are high. Like, and you got to make enough money so that you're not impacted. So yeah, things are higher, but you're bringing in enough money that it's not going to stop you from doing the things that you want to do. It's not going to stop you from taking the vacations, right? It's not going to take away your peace if you get laid off, right? Like I literally had a position and then just like that, they came and said it was done, over, shut down, bye. And if I did not have a plan B, right? If I was not working on myself, if I was not working on building my own brand, how are we going to get our bills paid? Of course, I had money saved up, but that's not the point. Right? I want you to take that nugget too. You need to always have a 6 to 8 month emergency fund. But getting back to, you want to be the person who is in charge of your results. You don't want to put that on your boss. You don't want to put that on anybody but you and God. You and God. And if you're married, you, God, and your spouse. That's it. You can't count on anybody else to show up for you. As Jim Rohn says, nobody can do your push-ups for you. You've got to do them. You've got to set your schedule. You've got to prioritize. You've got to learn to say no. You've got to stop allowing people to run all over you. You've got to stop being a people pleaser. You've got to stop allowing yourself to get into a funk and get into bed and pull the covers over your head instead of showing up and doing the work you know you're supposed to be doing. You got to call yourself out when you're complaining, but you're not taking the actions necessary to change your situation. I can remember being in positions where people were complaining, but they're still there. So that tells me that you want to complain about your situation. You don't want to rectify it. You don't want to improve it. You just want somebody to listen to you vent about what you're going through. And I had to get to a point where I was not allowing people to monopolize my time with their problems, because I got my own stuff. I got my own stuff to carry, right? And so if you have been in a place where you've been saying you want something, but you have not been working towards making that thing happen for you, I need you to call yourself out. I need you to give yourself some tough love. I need you to say to yourself, we are not doing this anymore. I need you to put a plan together. What is your plan for improving your situation? There is no reason for you to stay stuck. Somebody somewhere has had the challenge that you are having, and they have been able to conquer that challenge, right? So as long as you have breath in your body, I need you to make sure that you are taking good care of yourself, taking good care of your time, taking good care of the people that you value, right? Because what happens is we give so much to people who aren't worthy of our time. They're not worthy of our presence. And so in this season, I want to challenge you to prioritize you. I want to challenge you to prioritize what is important to you, what is valuable to you, what is it that you want to make happen for yourself, for your family. And I need you to laser in on that thing. I don't need you looking to the right. I don't need you looking to the left. I don't need you looking backwards. I don't need you worrying about or thinking about or complaining about what people are doing or what people are not doing. I need you to have a laser focus. I need you to have a laser focus, because in this season, you can't be wishy-washy. In this season, you can't be going back and forth. In this season, you can't be starting and stopping. In this season, you can't be getting discouraged and giving up. In this season, you can't be allowing your negative self-talk to be your leader. I need you to take control of your life. I need you to take control of your situation, take control over your thoughts, take control over your emotions, and take control over the decisions that you make. Because every decision that you make, big or small, it is going to determine what your life looks like next week, next month, next year, right? So as you're making decisions, as you're deciding whether or not you're going to get up and show up, or whether or not you're going to give up, right? You got to recognize that that's going to impact your life. If you're trying to figure out, well, how am I going to do this? How have you taken some time to sit down and strategize? Have you picked up the phone to call somebody who can help you? Like, a lot of times we're stuck because We got too much. I'm gonna say it. We got too much pride. We got too much pride to ask for help, to ask for support, to hire a coach, to go to conferences, to get a mentor, right? I can't say this enough. There is no reason for you to stay stuck. I don't care what you're dealing with. I don't care if you're trying to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 50 pounds. I don't care if you're trying to get a better job. I don't care if you're trying to start a business, write a book, go back to school, whatever that thing is, whatever that desire is that is in your heart, it can happen. And if you refuse to give up, if you will hold yourself accountable, if you will shift from I'm not enough or I don't know what I'm doing to I will figure this thing out, it's going to happen for you. But you've got to start with belief. You got to start with faith, and then you got to finish that thing by backing it up. And when I'm talking about backing it up, I'm talking about backing what you say you want up with action. That's the only way you're going to get a result. You must take action. You gotta write that plan out, and then you gotta implement that plan. And you gotta hold yourself accountable. If you're not good at holding yourself accountable, then you need to get an accountability partner. So I got a challenge for you before I close this thing out. Whatever it is that you're dealing with right now, I need you to make a commitment to yourself that in 6 months, you will not be struggling with the same challenge. Maybe you'll have something different. But you need to put that plan together. If you're in an unhealthy relationship, if you're in a toxic workplace, if you're not making enough money, if you're struggling, if you're dealing with low self-confidence, like whatever that thing is, I need you to say to yourself, I refuse to stay stuck. I refuse to stay here. That's what I said to myself. When I was in a job, going to work, crying, not wanting to show up because I did not like the environment, I had to say to myself, I will not stay here. I can't stay here. Your health is important. Your emotional health is important. Your mental health is important. Your physical health is important. And anything that jeopardizes your health, that's too much of a price to pay. And so starting today, if you have not been doing this, I need you to prioritize you. What is it that you want for you? Not what everybody else wants for you or what they want you to do for them or how they want you to support them, but what do you want for you? And what are you going to do to ensure that you make that thing happen for you? Listen, you're destined for greatness. You're destined to live a life of abundance. You're destined to live a life by design, not one that causes you to be in pain or causes you to be in fear or causes you to be unhappy. No, you need a life of joy. You need a life of peace. You need a life of more than enough. You weren't placed on this earth to live in lack. It's your time. It's your turn. Let's go.